Bill Maher and Stephen Colbert thinks the World Trade Center was brought down by terrorists because he doesn't think that a building could rip itself apart when it only had this much damage. I mean, when you look at this FLIR footage, does that look like it's got a lot of damage? Does that look like it could rip a building to pieces? Have you ever seen the guts of this building? Have you ever seen the guts of this building? Look at the guts of this building. Do you think the damage in this FLIR footage could rip this building to pieces? Look at it, it's tipping over. The building is tipping over. It can't pile drive down because it disintegrates anyway. Even though it's tipping over, it still couldn't do it. Look at the damage of the FLIR footage. Look at the damage of the building. The building completely dismembers itself. It rips itself apart. The building was tipping over. There's the footage. Look at the FLIR footage. That can't lie. That's not manipulated. That's the actual FLIR footage. The heat signature of the damage. At worst, the building might have tipped, but it couldn't have. Look at the core structure of the building. It was built to take multiple plane strikes. You don't have to be a genius to work this out, okay? This was what's known as a false flag. If you don't know what a false flag is, look it up. That's where one country attacks itself and blames it on another country to get the people to go behind it to go to war. And woo! All you need is the media to come on board for that, and well, everything you read, everything you see, everything you ever watched, everything you ever hear growing up is all controlled by 5 corporations who fund both sides of every war, okay? You don't have to be a genius to work this out. They're down there blasting depleted uranium and everything else on that place at the cost of $1 billion per soldier per year. Do the math on 150,000 soldiers.
The director of the CIA claims that there are 400 members of Al-Qaeda left in Afghanistan. By some estimates, he believes there may be only 200, and then there are another 400 in Pakistan, which is where they're really operating out of at this point. You have to ask yourself, so if you're talking about something like 300 or 400, 500 people, do you need 150,000 people at $1 billion per soldier per year, which is what it costs? You know, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Like, it's insane, okay? There's 150,000 soldiers. This is insanity. We're there to conquer. There's no war. It's conquering the earth. It's about resources. It's about natural resources. It's about getting rid of alleged competition. It's about always having a boogeyman to terrify you. It's about always having someone to point a finger at. Bill Maher and Stephen Colbert are playing the game. That's all they're doing. They're playing the game for fame, money, and prestige. They're playing the game because they know that if they open out, their career is finished. Bill Maher and Stephen Colbert are actually clowns. That's what they are. These people are clowns, okay? Because they can't live with the truth. They have to hide away from the facts. They can't deal with it. It's too much for them. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate these people, okay? It's just pathetic that they get out and they spout this information, be shutting their mouth and not say nothing instead of putting the propaganda out there.